Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. And I want to talk to you a little bit about hell. Many of you have been given a false description of hell. And I'm not going to repeat it because you know what you have been told that hell is like. I'm going to paint a different picture, one that I'm sure you will be able to identify with. Let me tell you what happens in hell. In hell, there is a lot of fear and intimidation going on. In fact, there's a whole bunch of terrorism. People walking around with bombs tied to themselves, bombing up themselves and anybody else in the way. And they do it everywhere. In hell, you have people fighting war, all kinds of wars. War with guns, war with chemicals, war with bombs. And now they have moved drones. You know, they had ships and planes and tanks and all of the other war apparatuses. But they came up with the drone now. They got that going on in hell. In hell, you got people eating out of dumpsters. You got people no place to stay, sleeping under bridges. In hell, you got whole cities crumbling down to the ground. All of these things take place in hell. In hell, people lose their homes, don't have homes. In hell, all of these things take place. Would you believe it? In hell, people talk about God. They even go to little selected spots and talk about God and talk about their love for God and their faith in God. Would you believe that? In hell, people are starving. Sometimes something happens and their homes get burned out. Floods come and drown them out. Mudslides and mud them out. Tsunamis and soon them out. All of these things happen in hell. And you've been told that there's a devil walking around with horns and a pitchfork tail and walking around doing these signs. Well, let me give you another picture. In hell, the guy's walking around with anything he wants. Sometimes he has a three-piece suit on. Sometimes he has a double breast. And he always has the prettiest woman on the outside that you can imagine. Yes. But the devil, hell, is not alone. There are a lot of demons supporting this hell. And those that are supporting this hell, they're not suffering. They got food, they got clothing, they got houses, they got health care, they got a job forever. Some of them get paid when they don't do anything, just by being quiet. Support, much support. And if these people in hell that start rising up, the support base of hell will attack and tear your butt up if you let them. Hell kind of looks like every country on earth. Every country on earth. And the way hell looks here on earth And by my having a vision of what heaven on earth is like, it would be smart, one thinker would say, if all of those who don't represent hell just stand up and say it, I don't represent hell. And maybe, just maybe, I don't know if it's sure, a power greater than all of us will just take you out. Or not. If it leaves you here, you got to make a move that reflects that you're different. See, because you are going through so much hell and others are not, does not mean that you are clear. No, you are as guilty as those who are doing what they are doing to you. You see, those who are doing things to you, like bombing you, like terrorizing you, like killing you, like taking your homes, like got you living on streets, taking away your education, taking away your health care, all of these things that is happening to you in hell, the Maker knew that these things would happen. So he encouraged you to not to take it. Stand up and resist it, and it will flee. It happened in heaven. They tried to take over in heaven. Heaven said, you got to go. So what is God, the power that is unseen, the power of the universe? What is it thinking of us? We must tell this hellishness in all societies, especially this one, that it has to go. And if we can't say it has to go, what makes you think you're any better than those who are doing it to you? You see, they are doing it to you, and you say that makes you better. That doesn't make you better, because it doesn't make you have faith in God. It doesn't represent you as a believer in God. You're just as unready. You do as much disbelieving as those people are doing. If those people believed in God, they wouldn't rob you and exploit you. There was no way they would rob you, exploit you, if they believed in God. And if you believed in God, no way would you take it. You'd lay yourself down and cut your own head off before you let somebody else try to control you. But then they pass laws that dictates how you should act, and you will not stray from it a little bit. Some of you will, many of you won't, because you don't want to get in trouble. You want to stay polished, a good little citizen, as if being a good little citizen going to get you out of this hell into heaven. That's a chance I don't recommend you take. Because the hell that you've been told about, you're living in it right now. You're living in it right now. And those of you who are exploiting people, those of you who got your houses, who got your cars, and got your big bank accounts, you ain't getting away. You're not getting away at all. If somebody drops a nuclear bomb on this country, you go just like the poor ones. And nobody's going to care. It's going to be glad you got rid of the poverty, glad you got rid of the bigots. So you better understand that you are one. And I say better understand when I know you will not, you cannot understand. But I brought this message to you because the Master wanted you to have it. The hell that you've been told about as being someplace else, not there, it's right here. The heaven you've been told about as being someplace else, no dear, it happens right here. Right here. Right here. Your heaven or your hell happens right here. Right now, we're living in hell, most of us. And those of you who pull up to the gas pump, put in $75 for gas, go home to your big luxury homes, I know you feel good. You feel good, and everybody that's poor somehow wish they could do the same thing. But because they can't do it, because they cannot do it, is the reason that you're going to suffer just as they suffered. You might not have the same situations that you have to be confronted with, but nevertheless, the cancer of it is yours assured. Now, if I can leave that alone and say, why am I telling you something about hell? Because you think that hell is somewhere else. And all the stuff you're taking on earth, all the stuff you're taking in this country, you say is better than hell. It is, look, ladies and gentlemen, hell didn't just pop up, just like 3 billion people didn't just pop up. It took time to get 3 billion people, 4 billion people, 5 billion. It took time. It takes time to create heaven on earth. It takes time to create hell on earth. But right now, what we are in the process of creating is hell. It's hell. Listen to the politicians talk. Listen to the people talk. Listen to the church people. Nobody wants peace. Nobody wants prosperity. Nobody wants joy for everybody. Oh, they say they do, but they will not lift a finger. I was talking to a gentleman today who expressed that it was better to live in a dumpster, a trash dumpster, decorated up, decorated, so you can have it really neat and clean. There are those who argue that they can go to the Goodwill and buy a stool or a seat for $1.45, $1.49, and that's fine with them. Now, I don't know what they got against a new, good chair. I don't know what they got against it. They say if the price is too high, then they'll settle for the $1.49 rather than stand up, because God, the $1.49 is not the chair that God sent to you. God sent to you a new chair made by the finest talent that lasts as long as you want it to last. That's what was given to you. You have to receive it. But you reject it because you can get a chair here for $1.49? Oh no, that's not why you reject it. You reject it because you don't have the money. So if you don't have the money and you can't get the education, you don't have the money, you can't get the health care, you don't have the money, you can't get the houses, then what is money? Money is an agent of evil, or selfish man, or the devil. Then you might say, well, for those who can get the houses, can get the car, because they got the money, what is money to them? I tell you what money is. Money to them is the same as it is to those who don't have it. Because having that money to buy these houses, to buy these cars, makes it appear, and is probably real, that you care more about the house, the car, than you care about the people. And if you don't care about the people, what people want to live with you? Other people who don't care about people? Eventually they won't care about you, and you won't care about them. So you know what that leads you to. That leads you to the hell that they told you about.